It's the JT Cho Show!
9,
You go?
Welcome back to the JT Show, episode 200. We'll take a cheers to that.
Hey, gang. Cheers, 200, dude.
Episode 200. So, Cut won't get to see this, but we'll take this time to show you. We'll start the show off a little bit different. I put together this little short of all the past episodes, so you can kind of see what it started with if you haven't been here.
Can't you share screen and just show me real quick?
Well, I mean, it's just a recording of 10 minutes. I don't have it done.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I just basically...
We'll do a fake reaction after it's over.
Yeah. So here's that clip.
I will watch it.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the JT Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the JT Show. I'm your host, JT, with our special guest today, Mr. Cut. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the JT Show.
What's going on, guys?
Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the JT Show.
Holy shit, welcome back to a tank top episode of the JT Show.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, welcome back to the JT Show.
Welcome back to our
episode
channel.
113. I'm going to leave that in there because I always forget to check.
JT Show.
JT Show.
Welcome, everybody, to the vlog. My name's JT, your host.
The fan.
See, I'm keeping notes. I want to get better at this. Can't change this, but I can change my performance. Better mic, better camera, better setup. But I'm really hungry, and I got other things to do today.
Say what?
We're all going to be talking, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to be talking. That's all it is.
Yeah, we're just normal conversation between folks.
It's normal. It's normal talking. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the JT Show. Special guest today, first in-person guest. Very honored to have him here, Frankie Graybars. How do you enjoy them birds, crowd? If you like them birds, man, hit the comments.
The birds are out there.
This is December 26, 2019. This is my buddy Turtle, Joe. I've been talking about Joe a lot.
10, 9, 6, 5, the JT Show. I don't know if you can see me because I'm wearing multicam.
I miss the bar atmosphere, to be completely honest. Like, just being at the bar with a bunch of people that you don't really know, but you're being hella friendly with.
Prather's live in the studio. How you doing, Prather?
What's good, buddy? It's good to talk to you, man.
Oh, dude, it's so good to talk to you.
What up?
Today's the 35th episode of the JT Show.
35.
The 1444 on the 10th of August, and this is the 44th episode of the JT Show. I'm your host, JT, and we are in Alaska. My first musical guest, Deus Mons. I fucked it up. Everyone, welcome back to another edition of the JT Show. Special guest, Earl. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special holiday edition of the JT Show. I'm your host, JT. This is Harry.
I'm your host, JT. Today is the 12th of January, 2021. Again, we're no longer in 2020, and this is episode 62.
Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of the JT Show. I'm your host, JT, as you know it. I wish you the best of luck. 2020 is almost over. We're almost through this hellhole. His name online is Whack Daniels. Let's bring him in.
Oh, hello.
Hello. We're technically live now.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Well, not live, but
Right.
We're recording. And we're live. We're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the JT Show. I'm your host, JT. This is a special episode. You're wondering why.
Because it's the 69th episode. I made it this far. Can't believe it. Joining now with me is Cut. Cut, how you doing today?
What up? I'm doing pretty good. A little hungover, but that's all right. I'll push through.
You already know who it is. It's the South Bouse, the Donna dripping the Pharaoh flavor, T'Challa of tacos, the Duke of dip, the Minister of mixture, and I'm talking about, baby, the 69th episode of the JT Show. That's right. We're going to be talking about some anime titties, some video games, food, sports, all that cool shit. So if you know what's good, you're going to listen in because it's the 69th episode. If you ain't down with the 69th episode, then you ain't down with 69ing, which is adjacent to love making. You're not down with making love? That's fucked up, because I was going to make love with you while we listen to the JT Show 69th episode. I don't know. Me and my boys, all my homies, we were all going to 69 during the 69th episode. Invisible little penis in my mouth. How'd that happen? Anyways, that's all. I'm clowning around, man. Huge shout out to Jacob Taylor. The 69th episode is going down, baby. Let's get it!
Welcome back to the JT Show. I'm your host, JT.
Cheers, brother.
You know, this podcast ain't famous or nothing. It's pretty trashy. I'm building my empire. Who cares if it never takes off?
What's up, man? I bought a bus. Me and the old fiance. And big pink bus. It's The Adventures of Susie Salmon on Instagram.
I like Kat pick my jersey this week.
Oh, is that what it was?
Number
Okay.
69.
Shout out to Kat.
She didn't know
It was
who
a good pick.
Bakhtiari was.
She's
he's
pick
a-
is the number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the JT Show. Episode 130. Holy shit, can you
It's
believe
130?
it? 130.
Guys,
Earl. We brought Earl for 130. Hello.
Earl's here.
I mean, when has 130 ever been a milestone?
Right the fuck now.
I mean, whoever thought we'd make it to 130?
Not I.
Not me.
I'm as shocked as you are.
Much better.
Much better.
All right.
All right, this is the roast of Tom Brady.
Welcome to the roast of Brett Favre.
You showed your wiener some more cheerleaders than some other obscure figure in history.
And you stole money from the school, maybe allegedly.
Wow. Well, hey, welcome to one half of the host for the JT Show, episode 170. Episode 199 of the JT Show. We just want to thank all of our, 6 viewers.
All 6 of you motherfuckers, dude.
Thanks for watching. We're definitely going to hit 200 before Cut leaves. That's in 3 days. Cheers.
Another beer? Oh, there it is.
Cheers.
Guys.
Wow, that was sick, dude.
Hilarious. Yeah. That's the secret of Hollywood. But yeah, episode 200 of the JT Show. Who would have thunk?
Not me.
Who do you got for your birthday today?
This is a motherfucker. He was an American gangster back in the day. Didn't live very long. Only lived about 30 years. His name's John Dillinger. Born in 1903. There was a cop that was after him for 10, 15 years. Could never catch him. The reason why this cop wanted him so bad is because this guy, John, he had a big fat cock and he was fucking his wife.
Hilarious.
And his cock was so big
Jesus Christ.
that this is sick. His dick was so big that when they finally gunned him down, they shot up his car with a bunch of automatic weapons, killed him and his fucking his Bonnie. They pulled down his pants and cut his dick off after he died, and put it in a jar with this fluid that would make it save.
Bombing fluid?
Yeah, and the cop that had been after him for so long kept it and put it on his mantle.
What a weird... I think I've heard that story somewhere.
Yeah, that cop has since passed, and now that dick is on display at one of the fucking museums somewhere.
At a cock museum or
But
a cock
dude,
museum?
It's like one of the Smithsonian's American history museums or whatever the fuck it is.
Cops are weird, man.
But dude, you can look up the picture of it, dude. It's in one of those giant pickle jars, and it's all curved off to the side, dude. It's fucking huge.
You gotta keep this as a trophy.
It's crazy, dude. I'd be so mad if I found out.
Me too.
If you're a cop chasing this fucking bank robber around the country, and you find out your wife's been fucking him this whole time, and his dick's fucking the size of your forearm.
That would be.
I might have chopped his dick off too.
I just divorced my wife.
Well, yeah, that comes shortly after. I don't know if they got divorced. That'd be a good. I'll do a follow up for next week.
What up to EP Tree coming in on the Dick story? Natalia Grossman is my birthday today. She's a 2001 rock climber for America, and I was like, oh look, it's a famous rock climber's birthday. So shout out to John Burke.
Shout out John, dude.
Got you a rock climbing, Natalia Grossman.
I saw his stream today. I tuned into it.
He goes, I'm streaming. You should subscribe. And I said, John, I'll unsubscribe if you tell me that I'm not subscribed again.
It's funny. I tuned in and I was like, oh, look, it's my favorite rock climbing streamer.
Hilarious.
He didn't say anything, though. I think his audio is fucked up.
Yeah. If you
Couldn't hear anything.
If you
Couldn't hear any
like
background
watching
noise.
people climb rocks, go check out Here's Johnny.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a nice little setup he's got there. Hey, cheers to John Dillinger, dude.
Cheers. I want to do this now that we're trying this new format for the podcast. What up, Sizzle?
Yeah.
Here was one of my stories. Can you see that picture?
Oh, yeah.
So
wait, watch stream.
So basically, there's a Saudi textbook. There's a Saudi textbook that has this picture in their historical
That's not
textbook.
real.
It's real. It's 100% real. And somebody input Yoda into the picture because that dude loves Star Wars. So like so the Saudi government had to come out. This was like 2011 maybe, and they had to come out and like apologize to the public of their country and be like, "We're sorry this made it into the textbook, but that's the picture that is in the
Dude,
textbook."
that's sick. I want to buy one of those textbooks.
Which is hilarious.
Dude, that picture would be sick blown up on a canvas.
Yeah, it almost looks like
and put it up on the wall next to old Darth.
It almost looks like fucking Yoda was stopping the Separatists from making more fucking droids.
Yeah, it does, dude.
Good day where Saudi Arabia it is. And you're just like, dude, Yoda.
No more clones you'll make.
Fucking peace in the Middle East thanks to Yoda, dude.
Peace in the Middle East.
I just thought that was
Middle
funny.
East and a peace.
And I saved that picture for a long time.
Yeah, that's fucking good, dude. I actually have a Star Wars thing. It's so there's going to be a new Darth Vader story coming out. This guy is writing it. I don't know the dude who's writing it. Some new guy or some guy that's like been close to Star Wars for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be called Star Wars Master of Evil, and it's going to be comic style and book style. They're not like doing a animated adaptation to it just yet, but it's going to be post episode 3, pre episode 4, and it's going to be like peak Vader trying to obtain the power to bring back Padme.
Wow.
Which is like the story we've all been asking for decades. So
yeah, I've been seeing some cool Anakin stuff lately. One of it was him just tracking down different Jedi that they find. One dude that there's one series where I think someone hacks the robots that are guarding Anakin, or somebody breaks into when he's in the Cairo chamber, so he's not wearing any of his legs or his arms. He's just floating as a.
And they're looking like Grandpa Cotton.
Yeah, and and then they like bust out the back of tanks, but he uses the Force and has Force legs and arms that glow red. And he like kills everybody, and then he just lays there after he's done, and he's tired, and he's just a little blob again.
Kind of fucking tough, dude.
So basically, even
Force legs.
Yeah. So basically, like even without,
that's crazy. He is the chosen one.
He is the most powerful. So people are like, all I got to do is destroy his body. You're like, nah, he can still kill your ass without it.
I love all the people talking on Reddit too. I've been diving deep into like the Reddit forums lately, like Star Wars Reddit. And there's a bunch of motherfuckers talking about on there like who the actual chosen one is, because there's like a bunch of Gen Zers that say Rey's the chosen one and all this bullshit, and then there's a bunch of like old heads that are like, no, it's Luke, but I still think it's Anakin.
I still think it's
like
Anakin
technically
because he did bring
Anakin
balance to the Force.
He did. He killed Palpatine.
He just
it took his offspring. Yeah, it took his offspring convincing him to do it, but like. Still did it.
Like he could have did it.
He still brought balance. He could have done it 20 years sooner, but
he could have did it in episode 3. But then Padme.
Yeah.
But I mean,
there was this one on there. It was a meme, and it was Anakin telling Mace Windu that Palpatine is the fucking emperor and he's doing all this crazy shit. And then Mace looks at him. He's like, "Why were you talking to him?" And he's like, "Well, he said he could bring Padme back to life." And he's like, "Dude, Padme's not dead yet. You don't have to save her." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And then the credits roll. Like that's the end of it. There's no other episodes of Star Wars.
Right.
I mean, that could be a thing in like most TV shows and movies. Like if there was just like one more piece of information given to the main character, the whole story would fall apart. Like Seinfeld would completely fall apart if there were cell phones.
Yeah.
Cell phones, there'd be like 3 episodes of Seinfeld if there were cell phones.
Right.
But yeah, I thought that shit was interesting. Happy Gilmore 2 comes out soon, and Subway's doing commemorative cups.
Yes.
It starts the 10th of July. There's
wait.
like 5 of them.
I'm
I'm
really
going to try to get them all.
I want to get the Hal one for sure. Ben Stiller's character.
I want to try to get them all. Yeah.
They got Happy, they got Shooter McGavin, and then they have.
Yep.
I can't think of the other two.
There was one with a gator on it. I can't remember if that was the Happy one or if that was a different one.
Dude, I swear to
There's
God,
one
though,
like
I know we
Internet
mentioned this
doesn't
before. What up, Sizzle? I know that we mentioned it before, but I really hope he has dreams about Chubbs. And
He's got to, dude. Drew Carey's got to be in it too. I know he hasn't really been listed on any of the lists, but like, if Drew Carey's not in Happy Gilmore 2, it was a mistake. Maybe that fat fuck asked for too much money or something.
I mean, he's not really fat anymore.
Is he not?
He's been skinny for a while.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't watched them.
Okay.
I haven't watched him since like his first couple episodes of Price is Right when I was on the VCC.
Yeah, his like lover or wife, I don't know which one. She got like murdered.
Mimi?
No, like yeah, but whoever he was like dating in the real world, she got like murdered like brutally, and then he got like really skinny.
Oh, he probably got really fucking depressed.
I think he just went on Ozempic.
That could have been it. I was just listening to Rogan earlier today, and Big J Okerson's lost a bunch of weight, and he's on the other one, like the Levitro or whatever the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm.
But he lost a bunch of weight, and he was funny because he was like, "Yeah, I go into the doctor and they give me this testosterone, and they're like, yeah, you need to get blood work done every week so we can make sure your levels are good." He goes, "Yeah, okay, I'll do that later." And he's been on it for like 8 months, hasn't once gotten blood work done. I was like, dude, what a dirtbag.
Huge dude, bro.
You can't just be putting all this shit in your body. You have millions of dollars and you can't go get blood work done every other week.
Who wants to do that?
At least once a month.
Right.
It's crazy.
Too much.
I did see, so the fucking, what was it? It was the US Open at Oakmont.
Yeah.
I just found out that there is no water at that course.
Wow.
There's no water.
I have an Oakmont thing for the podcast today too. We just watched every golfer get humbled. One of the hardest courses to play in America.
Yeah, what was the winning score? It was like -1?
I think so.
Par?
Yeah, I think it was either
something like that. I mean, the cut line was +7.
Yeah.
I think there was only one guy that went sub par too. I think there was only one guy that went -1 as the winner.
Yeah, it was -1 and then 0, and then -1 for or +1 for the third score. I mean, that was just like
that's fucking insane. Only one guy came in under par.
So the guy who built the course, his name is Henry Fumes, and it's the only golf course that this man ever created. So basically, he sold his steel business to somebody famous. I can't remember who he sold it to, but he sold all of his business. He was a member at the Highland Country Club. And he was like, "This course is too fucking easy, dude." So he picked up all of his shit, and in 1903,
made the hardest course in the world.
He moved to the suburbs of Pittsburgh. He bought a bunch of farmland, and he said, "I'm gonna make this the most challenging fucking golf."
Is that where Oakmont's at in Pittsburgh?
I think I do believe so. I did take notes when I was
had no
looking at
idea.
the story. Oakmont Country Club. Oakmont is in Pennsylvania. Yep. So it's outside of Pittsburgh.
Okay, shit.
Yep. So
that's crazy.
So he basically, so like when you look at like professional golfers and people who built courses like Tiger and Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer, they've like built multiple courses and they're building their legacy. This guy said, I'm gonna build the hardest fucking course.
One and done, dude.
One and done. And that's why Oakmont is designed the way it is, because he wanted to make every fucking good golfer go through the hardest course.
Just hate golf.
So shout out to Henry Phones.
That's crazy. I wonder what the can you look up real quick what the course record is at Oakmont?
Oh man, dude.
It's gotta be low 60s.
course record at Oakmont. Wow. Thanks, Google. The course record at Oakmont Country Club is 63, shot by Johnny Miller during the final round of the 1973 U.S. Open. This score,
63?
This score remains the lowest round ever recorded in the U.S. Open. Miller's performance included 9 birdies and 1 bogey, and he finished 8 under par for the tournament.
God damn, bro. He would have won this year.
Dude, I mean, that's the lowest score.
He would have won most years.
That's
yeah,
the
I
lowest
was going
score
to
at
say
any
he would have won
U.S.
all years.
Open to
That's
this
crazy.
day, and it was set in 1973. So, Scotty Scheffler, if you have a goal, that's your goal, Scotty.
I'm surprised Tiger didn't break it at some point.
Right?
Like during the early 2000s.
Did you send me the video of Tiger? He played the U.S. Open when he was 8 years old.
Oh yeah, no. So that was a Nike commercial.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was like AI created it, and like him bopping around the course and hitting some crazy putts and shit.
I thought there was something where like Tiger got to play.
No.
That was
it was just a full Nike commercial. One of the best golf commercials ever.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, I don't remember.
Yeah, because they said he came in like 3 over par or something like that and missed the cut by like a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he never played it at that age.
Okay, I was about to say,
he did win a shit ton of fucking tournaments.
I don't remember.
He was on that talk show though. Like it's kind of weird looking back at it because there's not really any like young golfers in the limelight like Tiger was when he was young.
No,
like Tiger was on like Tucker Carlson
Rory's
and like all those. Yeah, Rory and like maybe Ricky Fowler, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But like Ricky, I guess got famous when he was like 19, so I guess that doesn't even really count.
I went in a huge rabbit hole about Bryson DeChambeau, and I guess growing up, he played soccer. He played all these different sports, and then his dad got him into golf, and he took him to this tournament. And there's like some kid who's won the tournament like the last 2 years. And when he turned in this scorecard of like 1 over par or something, Bryson turned in his scorecard, and they were all celebrating. But Bryson's like, "I tied you." And then they started calling Bryson DeChambeau a cheater because nobody knew who he was.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that story.
So then Bryson and him had a playoff hole, and he said that he ended up winning on the first playoff hole, but he goes, that's the first time I experienced real nerves at like 8 years old when everybody was accusing him of being a cheater. And then,
oh yeah, I bet that's got to be crazy as an 8-year-old.
Yeah, and then he comes out and wins that, and so like, but the kid who was like, he said the guy's name. He said like everybody was like, this kid's gonna win it, no big deal. And then as soon as he like came and played at that place for the first time, they're like, this kid cheated. There's no way he shot that well. So
yeah,
crazy, dude.
Well, Bryson's the fucking man, and there's a reason we don't know that kid's fucking name.
Yeah, but wild to accuse a 9-year-old of cheating.
Yeah. Speaking of goats, Tom Brady statue's going up August 8th outside of Gillette.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'd really like to go to that. I looked at tickets; they're fucking $400 a piece.
I was watching him talk shit to Bryson too.
Oh yeah, they're fucking.
Driving
it's funny watching. Yeah, dude, he beat him in the driving competition because Bryson fucked up his drive.
Yeah. And he's like,
it's fucking. It's cool seeing those guys golf, dude. Like all the pro athletes and shit.
They're
like,
so good.
I guess Steph's like a single-digit handicap.
I'll tell you, my favorite part about today is my first drive, phenomenal. And then these kids just got off the green. My second shot, right on the green. So then, like, we finished the hole, and they gave us one of these. They're like, come here. And we're like, fuck, dude. So they're like, hey, we're not going to be good. You guys. And I was like, I didn't see you guys until you were walking off, and I didn't even know you guys were here. So that's my bad. They're like, no, that was a good shot. We're going to let you play through. So I got up on the second hole, and I absolutely beat the shit out of this ball. And I go, that's almost going to be on the green, but about 5 yards short. And this guy goes, he goes, I didn't even make it past the ladies' tees. And I looked, and his ball is just like,
like
right there. And I was like, God damn it. So I blasted it in front of him. And then Earl hits a fucking stinger.
That's when you hit him. You hit him with the, you hear about that new Walmart they're putting in?
Between your ball and my ball. And, and Earl hits like a nice, like 230 fucking draw. And he goes, that's right next to my ball. So the other guy hit just as far as Earl. But I absolutely fucking painted one in front of some strangers today, dude. And I was just like,
I'm glad Earl hit a straight one in front of him, though. That's good.
You know, Earl got underneath the ball on chips more than I've ever seen him in his entire life.
Good.
He was popping them up, and I was like, Brad could never.
Brad could never, dude. He couldn't.
But
He didn't let the club do the work. He tries to sweep it too much.
But on the very last hole, we also too we were on the fringe, and if the fringe, you'd have to ride the fringe longer than you wanted to, and then it would come off. But there was a hill, and I was like, I don't like the way it's going to come off the fringe to hit that hill because it's going to make the ball not do what I want it to. So I told her, I said, I'm gonna chip this, and then I chipped it fucking 3 feet from the hole. I was like, see, sometimes you gotta chip it, dude.
I mean, that's what they say. A bad chip's better than a bad putt,
which is weird.
Yeah, it's strange. Chips. I've had some bad putts. I've had some bad boats, dude.
Yeah, but golfing in the 92-degree heat, dude, we drank.
It was nice today
so
here. It was
water.
fucking overcast.
It's just sticky outside, man. It's the humidity.
Yeah,
it's
the
Michigan
weather.
Here, we're in a heat advisory.
That's why I'm wearing this, dude. My fucking.
I'm in the basement. If you're in Michigan, stay hydrated today. There's a Trump meme that was shared, like everybody golfing this morning, and it was Trump going, "I need water. I'm thirsty. Give us water." And I'm like, that's a good ass meme, dude. But I mean, it was hot out there today, so stay safe. If you're outside, drink some water. Stay hydrated.
Yeah. The word of the day. I got a couple of NCAA things.
Okay.
So one, the new video game coming out. There's going to be a new mechanic for interceptions. So if there's a ball that's going like if you jump the route and it goes right to your fucking guy, there's going to be a skill thing. It's going to be like the kick meter, how it goes up, and depending on your DB's skill level, the meter is going to be like this big or this big. If you land it within that meter, he's automatically going to catch it. It's going to be a no doubt interception if you play good coverage on it. So no more corners just missing the fucking ball for nothing. Yeah, no more of that. Like it's going to be like if they miss the interception, it's because you fucked up. Like there's no more blame in the game for interceptions.
That's good.
And that's cool. And that comes out fucking next month.
Flip that.
Yeah, clip that and then play that over me. No, this bullshit, dude. I had that.
Dude, this is bullshit, dude. I should have intercepted that.
This game sucks, dude.
Dude, hilarious.
There's another thing too that I saw. You're probably already aware of it, but the
shout out John
NCAA
on the big screen TV, dude. John's not even watching or listening. He's just waiting until we play Rivals,
which is en route. I got to bring my Xbox down here because I was too busy setting up my whole fucking thing, dude. I have so many wires in front of me right now. It's insane.
Giving you a little.
I did it all last second. I thought I was, yeah, a little bit. I thought I was gonna be able to just like plug and play my whole old setup that I had with the old MacBook, but this one like doesn't have the right inputs that the other one has. This one's all like the Type C's. Like, where's my fucking thing? This guy, like I couldn't use this guy. This is the little converter for the old ones. It's got that big old fat boy on the end of it.
Yeah.
For the HDMI cord, the little converter for it, and couldn't use this at all. So I pulled an audible.
You might be able to find an adapter for that.
Got it already.
Oh, too easy.
Yeah, and it's got all those in it. It's got the HDMI thing on there. I'm using this old one. I don't even know if I can pull it up high enough to show it. Yeah, it's a big fucking box that I'm using right now.
Hilarious.
But yeah, I found this guy after I got this all set up, and I was like, wow, this will be way easier to use, super streamlined. Jotec. Yeah, whatever. But it's got 2 USB ports, an HDMI port, and a Type C in it. So that's all I really fucking need.
Right.
Which is perfect. But yeah, I do got to go upstairs and get my fucking Xbox after this is all done.
Dope. You hardwired in?
No, not hardwired in yet. I gotta wait till I get some more cash. I gotta buy. So I did the math on it, and I only really need like a 25 footer. Because not right above me here, but right above me on the other side of the screen, that's where their line comes down.
I have a spare 50.
So but for the price of you sending it out here, it's going to be the same as me just buying one.
Yeah, they're like 20
Like I can get one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I just got to drill another hole next to the one they already have, and then it's going to go down. And I know there's no drywall here because it fucking fell on me the other day, but there's drywall back there. So I'm going to feed it over the top of the drywall, and then it's going to drop straight down from the ceiling.
Too easy.
And I think what I'm going to do for the top of this too, I think I'm going to pull down this drywall, like this one right here, and I'm going to do, you know those like the backdrops they use for like portrait fucking events, like the big black fucking sheet things.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do that there and then back. So it's just going to be a fucking black sheet hanging behind me and on the ceiling
Just get a
to
green
cover up
screen.
all that bullshit. I'm not that crazy.
You're right.
I don't need a green screen. I did the math on it. I go to the fabric store. It's like $30 for the fabric.
Just get a green
And then I'll
fabric.
just fucking staple it up there. I'm not going to do that, dude. I'm not going to be in a green screen room. That'd look crazy.
I wouldn't want to either because I like my setup.
Your setup, I mean, what's behind you looks way cooler than what's behind me. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, you know.
I like the viewless stool on there, dude. That's good.
Yeah.
I never noticed that.
Well, I usually have it on the side
California
TV, but I
flag. Now
change it to
California
right.
flag.
I change it to right in front, but I mean, I'd have to move it a little bit to see your California flag. But what I'm thinking about doing is for the next podcast, maybe I set up your old desk and I just do it there so you can see the whole studio still instead of just sitting right here.
Oh, so it's like that way a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, after
I don't know.
after my birthday
It
weekend,
seems unnecessary.
after my birthday weekend, I didn't want to do much work.
Yeah.
I was down bad Friday morning. I was down bad Saturday morning, and I was down bad this morning. But hey, we're here. Cheers to 35 years old. I had somebody say to
Hell
me
yeah,
yesterday,
dude.
"You're 35," and I said, "My immaturity really covers it up, doesn't it?" But they couldn't believe I was 35 years old.
I can believe it.
I know. How can you not?
It was funny when I remember when I turned 28. I was like, damn, I'm just as old as Taylor was when he was getting hammered with me in Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went out drinking. I was like, yeah, this is easy. And then I turned 30 and I was like, this fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you kept up with me after you turned 30.
Because I have friends that make me keep up. Like yesterday, I heard the quote, "Are you even going to drink with me?" And I said, yeah. And he goes, "Do you want a shot?" And I said, "Let me just keep recovering, and I'm going to keep drinking beer." And then he's like, "Hey, dude, this dude's an alcoholic." And I was like, from the guy who was pressuring me to take a shot, and then calling me a bitch for not wanting the shot, and then telling you that I'm trying to drink as fast as I can to catch up to you. Yeah, I'm the problem. But we started playing monikers, and I had a buzz ball, and then after that buzz ball, it was just Sendham City, dude. It was just
lights out.
Played some jackpot games, dude. We had 7 people. One thing I am excited for in my 30s, though, is the creator of the regular show, JG Quintel. He got a green light to bring back a regular show. So the regular show series is coming back for adults. So there's apparently a catalog of episodes that was too mature for children to handle for the concepts, themes, or whatever they were doing in them.
Is there like a one-pace version of regular show that I can watch?
So this is going to be regular show Shippuden, because it's going to be premiering on Adult Swim, and it's going to be a bunch of stuff that they couldn't air on Cartoon Network because like kids would be like, I don't understand what's going on here. So. And if you've ever looked at JG Quintel on YouTube, he has a short on YouTube where the two main characters, the two voice actors, they're normal humans. They're working in a gas station, and they take acid. And
nice.
When they take acid, Benzin turns into the gumball, and then Mordecai gets turned into a fucking blue jay. So they're the two characters from the regular show, but it's completely unrelated.
Interesting.
So they're tripping on acid, and a cop walks in, and they have to like act normal, but everything around them is fucking melting. So like that's the creator of regular show, and then Cartoon Network is like, yeah, well, if you make it for kids, we can do it. So now they're bringing it back for adults, and that's going to premiere on Adult Swim. So I'm super pumped about that.
That's sick. The one time I experienced that when I had to try to act normal, it was right after high school. Me and my buddy decided to allegedly do mushrooms for the first time.
Allegedly.
And we took way more than we were supposed to. And we tripped for had to have been 8-9 hours. And we took them at fucking, I don't know, 5 p.m. It was right after we ate dinner. And we tripped for hours, and we ended up finding this box of glow sticks, and we fucking snapped them open. Mm-hmm. And we're just slinging them all over the walls of my dad's living room, all over the pool table, all over the couch, all over the windows, walls, cabinets, everything. Mm-hmm. And with the lights off, I was laying on the ground and petting one of the little pieces of glow stick that was in the carpet. Mm-hmm. It felt like I was in outer space. And we heard my dad's room. He had a deadbolt on his door because I was a piece of shit and I'd steal cash from him. He had a deadbolt on his door, and we heard it unlock. And my buddy Squirrel reached for the light, turned the light on, and all of it just fucking disappeared. And immediately I was like, all right, put your shit together. And I got up and I sat on the couch, and I was just sitting there like this, like all still. My dad came out and he's like, what's going on? And I was like, oh no, just hanging out. And he like lights up a cigarette and he's smoking it, just talking to us. And Squirrel just like busts out laughing. He's like, the fuck's going on with him? And I was like, oh, Dad, we took a bunch of mushrooms. And he's like, oh, okay. And he like looked around the room. He's like, I see you found my box of glow sticks. And I was like, yeah. He's like, well, don't break those open because they make a fucking mess. And we both just lost our shit and started laughing. And Squirrel was like, can I do it? Can I do it? And I was like, yeah, do it. And he shuts off the light and it all comes back, dude. The only thing not covered in glow stick was my dad. He stands up. You see the big old cherry from his cigarette, takes a fat hit from it, breathes out the smoke. He goes, yep, you made a mess. And he just like walked back to his room and came back out with another box of glow sticks and set it on the pool table and just left us alone the rest of the night.
What a guy. What a Gary.
Dude, it was the best. I was scrubbing the entire house for the next weekend, getting all that fucking toxic crap off of everywhere. It was so bad. It was a great night though.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I'll never forget that day. Yep, you made a mess.
John says Cut's dad is cool as fuck.
He's chill. He's chill as hell.
Gary's a good guy.
He did smoke a lot of cigarettes in the house though. He's a piece of shit for that, but
we all know pieces of shits who smoke cigarettes in the house.
Those assholes, dude. The scum of the earth, some would say.
So we recorded all the podcasts. We did a little special last week to get everybody caught up, and then Cut officially moved back to Jersey, so Cut's in his new pod studio.
It's going to get better.
If you watched the last John got that reference. If you watched the last episode, we're like, yeah, we're gonna get this recorded in Michigan. Get ready. We didn't make it. Okay.
No, we didn't.
My time. I put that on me. My time got cut short. I could have stayed longer. I shouldn't have though. And
I mean, honestly, we had it
I got a
planned.
pregnant wife here. I had to.
We had it planned, but we got to 18 holes, and then we had 3 shows to catch up on, which included Star Wars to finish.
Anwar.
And then as soon as Andor got over with, I've been on a huge Star Wars kick, so I just finished episode 5. So now I'm waiting until I want to watch the entirety of episode 6, because the old classics, when you rewatch them, dude, they're just as great, dude. You forget how good they are. But shout out to Andor, great series. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. I think my favorite episode
it's great.
is,
I give it.
I give it a 9.7, dude. It's great.
Yeah, it's up there. I was gonna say 9.5, 9.6. I'll give it a 9.6. It's pretty fucking solid.
I just love. The Buzz Lightyear.
It starts off a little slow.
Yeah,
it starts off a little slow. The first like 4 or 5 episodes, but once you get to the points where the motherfuckers are like hiding in the woods doing the shit, that's when it starts picking up, and then you can't set it down.
My favorite.
So I watched the first episode like 3 times.
One Way Out.
Oh yeah, that one had to be the best one.
That's my favorite episode.
Yeah. That had to be the best one. The other ones were rated higher, but I think it was because the hype around that episode is what drew everyone into season 2. Because like those episodes were good too. What was it, like season 2, episode 8 and 9 or something like that? Those were also good episodes for Andor. Those were all great episodes. But One Way Out, that was because I mean you put yourself in those guys' shoes, dude, and that just fucking.
I'm either getting killed or I'm fucking getting free, dude.
And not even killed in like a nice, easy, humane way. You're getting fucking electrocuted to death. That's got to be one of the worst ways to go, dude.
100.
Because like at least if you're like doused in gasoline and you get caught on fire, like it burns your nerve endings off. So like yeah, it fucking sucks, but like you suffocate before you burn to death, you know. And then like drowning, I'd much rather drown. I think drowning would be the easiest way to go, like accidentally or whatever. I've gone unconscious underwater before and gotten brought up, and it's like it's pretty fucking peaceful, dude. Like you just kind of like you're just there swimming, and then you run out of breath, and you like guppy a little bit, like your chest kind of like pulls for air, even though there's no air, and then you get like one mouthful of water, and then it's just like you're just floating for a second. And then you're coughing up water on the side of the pool. But you just like go. It's not like, I don't know. I think I'd rather drown than anything.
I'd rather just die in my sleep.
You just start screaming halfway through the night.
Dude's just like plucking your toenails off.
I
He's like,
got,
go
I
back
got
to
into a
bed.
weird like hole the other day too on TikTok where I was watching people getting revived like from the dead, and there's a dude
Like real life?
like real life, like people like they're
Not
like
Call of Duty.
no, and they're like this one dude. It goes me for 3 full seconds, and they go clear, and they shock him, and he goes, "Whoa!" And I was like, that was probably the deepest breath that dude's ever, because he died for like 3 seconds, and then he just
Yeah, that's got to
he
be
woke
gnarly.
back up like wide eyed, and he was like, and they're like, "You're good, man. You're back." And I was just like, was that scary?
She didn't like your deep breath.
No, she didn't. But yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I've seen videos of people going like that, and that's I don't know, it's kind of crazy because you see the videos of the dudes that get like choked out in MMA or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and they come back. There's this dude. Oh yeah, I gotta plug this dude. He's got 1 million followers. So I found out he's living down in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
His name's Cole. His TikTok account is Coltrane, and he was a Marine Corps guy, and he's like half Asian, half white, or something like that. And he got out of the Marine Corps. He was like a combat arms instructor in the Marine Corps for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he got out and then started doing like this bodybuilding shit. And he's done a couple workouts with Bradley Martin. And he found out that his bodybuilding TikToks were not doing as well as just like his day in the life TikToks.
Mm-hmm.
So he stopped bodybuilding. And it's kind of funny because like he was at like 5% body fat. So his face was all like sucked in and shit, like getting ready for a show.
Mm-hmm.
And now his face is filled out, but he still has like pecs and abs and arms and shit. Like it's he's kind of like funny looking, but he's funny as shit. He did he went to the what are the Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys that are like the best ever? There's like a family, the
the
Casey
Gracie
brothers
family?
or the Gracie. Yeah, he went to their gym in Southern California, and he was like, I want you guys to choke me out for this video. And they're like, all right, you got to try to defend yourself, though, because I'm not going to choke out a dude that's not defending himself. And he goes, okay. And it took like 2 seconds. And they choked his bitch ass
I want
out.
you to. I want you to try to struggle.
Yeah, you
It's
have
Royce
to. Otherwise,
Gracie.
you just, yeah.
John Burke himself, he went down to Brazil to do some BJJ,
Oh, that's sick.
and they said it like
But yeah, so they
said at a camp.
they choked him out. And he went out, and they just like left him on the floor, and they did like the fucking sternum rub to wake him up or whatever.
Mhm.
And he did the thing. He was like, and he like looked around, and he like realized where he was at, and he goes, "Yo, I don't remember shit." He's like, "What the fuck just happened?" Like he had to rewatch the video, and he was like, "Oh, I wanted to get choked out. That's right." Like he completely forgot like the last like 10 minutes of his life.
I went to like practice with John, and the first time I got choked out like 25 times. And he's like, "You'll get better." And then the next practice, I got choked out another 25 times. Like not like choked out to where you like.
Did you
pass
go out or just
no?
tap?
Just like where you go for a breath, but it's like you like there
Oh, yeah.
like and you're like tap tap tap. He's like, "You'll
Yeah,
get
yeah.
better." And then the next practice, it was the same thing. I was like, "I don't want to get better at this, dude. I'll just."
It's a lot about the dudes you roll with too, because even like Rogan talks about it. Like some guys you roll with and they go way too hard. Like you're supposed to go like 50-60%. He's like, some dudes go like 90.
Yeah.
He's like, Rogan has a story about how he had a sparring partner that would go like 90 to 100%, and he would like clip him with his elbow trying to get these random holds. So Rogan would go 100%. And he's like, that was the most fucked up I've ever been in my whole life, because I was rolling with the same guy for like a month, and my body was just torn to bits.
I just
So like a lot of it has to do with who you're rolling with. You got to roll with a dude that's either your same skill level or some guy that's going to go like 20% against you.
I like people that roll
That's the only way to learn.
dude, because that'd be terrifying.
Oh, dude, I wouldn't be able to handle that.
Someone's trying to choke you out and you're tripping balls.
I'd be so loud, dude, because I get loud when I'm on mushrooms. I'd be like, yo, 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 as they're like trying to choke me.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, hey, quit it.
I don't know you. That's my purse.
You're just quoting that. When's that come out?
In the summer?
In the summer? It comes out in like August or something, doesn't it? Like August 5th?
Might be
Maybe.
July.
Maybe it's July. 4th of July weekend would be a huge one for him.
It would be. I went to my so I had a mutual friend who won tickets to go see the Banana Ball League, which is one of the most growing leagues.
Oh yeah, the Savannah Bananas.
So I unfortunately didn't know it wasn't the Savannah Bananas, but I wanted to go watch it just to see how it was, and I got a free ticket. So,
Did you enjoy it?
so I will say, first of all, going to a smaller stadium to sell out for 10,000. The perks about that is you're not paying MLB prices, but food's still kind of expensive. But I like the beers because they have normal and huge. So I got 2 huge beers because I didn't have to drive. But I got
Is that their sizing, normal and huge?
Yep, huge and
That's
normal.
sick.
and so a huge beer was $14. It was 22 ounces. And
It's a pretty big beer.
And I will say, half the time I was trying to catch a fucking ball in my beer so I could get the out and then chug it because I mean you're at the game.
That's my favorite thing is that they include the crowd.
Yes.
Like I saw a couple of there was a couple of fly balls that went like foul down the first baseline, and like the right fielder would run up to the thing and he'd be like pounding the wall like catch it, and then the dude catches it and everyone on the field goes fucking nuts and they dap him up and shit. Like that's pretty sick. Like you're involved in the game. You technically, if you catch one of those balls, you got a professional out.
Yeah.
I mean that's professional baseball. Like it's not the MLB.
It's not.
But I mean that's
scripted, but
that's
it's
the
just
equivalent of
showboating.
like hitting the ball on the Corn Ferry Tour.
I will say, John said they're the racist Harlem Globetrotters, the Savannah Bananas, but that's pretty good.
I'll give them the Globetrotters of the MLB. That's basically what they are, anyways. It's just a show.
Yeah, and so like part of me was like kind of pissed because I wasn't watching baseball sometimes because like okay if the away team doesn't score in the top of the first, it goes to the bottom of the first, and as soon as the other team scores 1 run, the inning's over. The positives of this is the time limit. I love seeing there's a clock with a screen and it has a countdown and it goes the whole game. So no matter what, you're out of there in 2 hours. But like I don't know, there's like a drunk old man in me because I was sitting there and just kind of like buzzed out of my mind, and I go, I just want to watch some baseball. Like I just wanted to like I wanted to see some regular baseball because
Let's
like
hit the fucking ball,
like
dude.
like at one point this dude was like throwing balls from second base pitching, but he wasn't throwing strikes, and I was like, just throw the ball, man. Let's just get this inning.
Yeah, they're going for the clips on those ones. I like the dude that was on the stilts.
Mm-hmm.
They had him pitch and they had him hit, and the strike zone was a fucking
Huge.
mile wide.
Yeah, I will say like if you ever want to get your kids into sports, that's what you should take them to. But I do laugh because I kept seeing kids that like bought $65 cut-off party animal baseball jerseys, which by the way, cut-off
That's
baseball
cool,
jerseys was
though.
fucking
Yeah,
sick.
that's cool as
But
shit.
the kids that I was like, hey, he's gonna grow out of that in like a year because he's already almost grown out of that. You should have bought him like an adult size so he could wear that.
Yeah, at least an adult medium.
Yeah, but it was
That way he can at least wear it his freshman year of high school.
it was cool. I did like the party animals. As soon as they're done with the baseball game, they go have a rock performance where they're playing guitars and singing and drumming and shit. So like it's a good time.
Oh, that's cool.
Like I think in the 7th inning or something, some dude brought a drum set on top of the dugout, and then they had a chick singing during the game, and so it's like it's fucking entertaining. There's music always playing.
It's a Globetrotters game.
Yeah, but overall, I give it like a 6.7 out of 10, dude. Because for me, if I'm gonna go to Comerica Park, I'm gonna enjoy myself watching regular.
In my
baseball.
head, it's already a 7-7 just because your old man aspect.
Yeah, I mean,
I already give it a full point higher.
There's some like. There's so many little kids, dude, and this mom kept saying, "Oh, look at the firefighters! Look at the cheerleaders!" And then I just kept saying like funny baseballisms, like that you just like shout, and this old man in front of me was like laughing his ass off, and I was just and he's like, "Where do you come up with this?" And I was like, "These are just common phrases, man."
I used to do that when I was in high school. I'd go to my little brother Travis's baseball games, and this is like little league, and like they'd throw him a pitch, and they'd call it a strike, and I would yell at the ump, be like, "Oh, check your phone, Blue. Looks like you missed a call."
My favorite thing,
and like
my favorite thing to do at work now is when there's somebody standing in front of a large group of people, I go speech, and out of context, dude. I love fucking with
Yeah,
people.
no, that's good. That's good.
But yeah, banana ball, it's all right. If you have kids, it'll be great for them. But my only other sports thing that I have 2 more sports things, but we're both entered right now. If you haven't entered, I think it goes through June, so you have a few more days, but you can enter to win Masters tickets. So you
It's
can
over. June 20th was the
June
cutoff.
20th was the cutoff, so you just missed it. So they announced those in July, I do believe.
I think it's either July 1st or July 5th.
Yep, and
you get an email, and you still have to buy the tickets, but they're like $150 a piece, which like fucking nothing.
Which I just discovered that the kid I went to the baseball game with, he won 2 Sunday tickets to go to the Masters in Augusta. So
that's fucking badass. That's the dream, dude.
Yeah, and so right now, do you know
if we
odds are to win?
Yeah, every 200 people that put into it, one person gets it.
Yeah, there's a point.
It's like 0.05. Yeah, 0.55. That's what it is
to win it. So basically, 1 out of every 200 people will.
Yeah, you're more likely to win money on a scratch off,
which is wild.
Yeah.
So if I don't,
that's why it's called the lottery thing.
Yes. And then the only other sports related thing that I had for today was about soccer. And in 2010, Adidas made a perfect soccer ball, like as round as you can make a soccer ball.
Just like no stitching?
Like stitching still, but like it was like so round. They were like, this is the roundest ball ever in FIFA. Like
okay.
And
this is the roundest ball ever.
Yeah, so they called it.
It sounds like some Adidas advertising.
So the problem though with it is it was so perfectly round and it didn't have very good grooves that the ball would knuckle. So in the 2010, when kids you would kick a shot, the ball would literally knuckle and go to a random spot, and the goalie had no reaction whatsoever because it literally was left.
Oh, that's cool.
So Adidas had to call NASA. And because they called it an unfair advantage, because you could just literally knuckleball a kick, and then it's 50-50 if it's going in. Because
you can knuckleball a normal soccer ball. I've done that before, but you have to kick it just right. With like your foot has to come down into the ball like perfectly. It's just like throwing a knuckleball in baseball. You just don't want any spin on it. You just put a lot of force behind it with no spin.
So NASA did an air test on the ball, and they said that it couldn't grip air properly. So they came out with
there wasn't enough ridges.
Yeah, so there was like a drag crisis for it. So
they should have contacted Ruffles.
So then they finally put more panels and deeper seams into the ball, and then it has a bumpy texture. So now soccer balls these days are made to like, hey, I want to put right spin on it, I want to put left spin on it. I want to control this ball, but for goalies, they can read a ball that's spinning correctly instead of the ball just coming at them and at the last second kicking back to the left. I just thought it was cool that Adidas and NASA worked together because the ball was just an unfair advantage for goalies in 2010.
That's pretty cool. My favorite NASA fact is that we spent, I think it was like $1.2 billion perfecting a pen that can write in space.
And you can just use a pencil?
Yeah, I was going to say Russia just used pencils.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny. Like the amount of money we dumped into the space program in like the 60s and 70s is fucking insane. And now there's like nothing. Like I guess all that money goes to like Elon now, I guess, and like SpaceX. They have a contract with NASA.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think we should dump a bunch of money into space travel again.
Yeah, fuck the Russians.
Not to get political. I do have one more thing I wanted to talk about because I thought it was kind of crazy. There was this dude. So you know how there's a way to get like if you had like an original like Pokemon Red version, you could trade your Pokemon generation to get it up to the newest generation.
Mm-hmm.
So like technically if you had a Pokemon Yellow,
yep,
you could trade that Pikachu all the way up through the ranks up to like whatever the fuck is out now.
Yeah.
So there's a guy that has been doing that for the last like 25, 26 years. Like since he was a child, he kept all of his old games, never restarted any of them, and he traded them all up into his Violet version, which was the Scarlet and Violet, is the one we have.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I brought this up is because you were thinking about getting a Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
So he got the Switch 2, and he had all of his Pokemon data chilling in his Switch perfectly fine. All of his Pokemon that he had ever raised since he was fucking 6 years old in his Switch. Some of them were in his Pokemon Home, which is like a hub within the Switch. There's also an app on your phone you can get, and you can just have your Pokemon on your phone. You can check them out. Some of them were in his Violet version.
Mm-hmm.
And when he did his data transfer from his Switch to his Switch 2,
Nothing went wrong. It was a good transfer. He went to go load his Violet version, and it brought him to the original home screen to create a character.
Damn.
So it deleted 25 years worth of Pokemon.
That's really sad.
Because he had all of his original Pokemon from Yellow to Fire Red to Soul Silver to Sapphire to Black and White, XY, all the way up through. All those Pokemon were chilling in his boxes on his Violet.
Mm-hmm.
He said he had like 50% of them in his Pokemon home, so he still had some of them, but like the ones that he cared for the most, the ones he used, like his level 99 Charizard, his level 99 Blastoise, all those motherfuckers fucking gone.
That sucks.
And he hit up Pokemon support for it, and they were just like, yeah, we're sorry that happened. And that was it.
There's a guy I see on TikTok that you can send him your game. Like if you have a yellow, you can like ship it to him.
You send him a yellow and a violet, and he'll fucking get it there.
Yeah, and he'll get it there for you. And I was like, it'd be sick to go through a playthrough and then just get all 3 starters. And then
I do have, it's in safekeepings right now, but my very first Pokemon I ever had, it was in my red version, and it was a Charizard named Buddy. And he's maxed out. His stats are to the T's because I used all those little fucking candy, not the candies, but
Not
the
rare candies.
like all the other things. Like you get like the XP boosts, pills, and the special attack pills, and
yeah,
I nailed him with all those as much as I could. And whenever I played a game, I would trade it up. So I had him when I first got my Fire Red version. I traded that Buddy from the original Red version into that, and I used that to like get out of jam. So I had like a 5 Pokemon party, and then if I was about to lose a battle, I'd bring out Buddy, and he would just like one tap all the Pokemon because he's maxed out.
Mm-hmm.
That Pokemon Buddy is in Travi's Leaf Green right now. So that'd be pretty cool to bring up. The cool part about that, though, is every Pokemon is coded with a personality.
Mm-hmm.
But the personalities weren't like you couldn't view them back then, but now you can.
Silver, but now you can.
Yeah, but now you can. So if you trade them up, you can see what kind of personality he had. If you had like a dominant, docile, loving, like you can see what kind of personality your like OG Pokemon had, which I think is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
And they give them a backstory, so it'll be like, oh, this Pokemon was originally obtained from Professor Oak in 1998, or whatever fucking year it was, which is kind of sick. I like that they have like their own little backstory.
Right.
Pretty fucking cool.
It is.
What else did I have? Oh, the last thing I had, fucking Brian Wilson died.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Brian Wilson died. He was 82 years old, is what I have written down. That could be wrong. Yeah, Beach Boys guy. I saw a clip of John Stamos talking about it, and he was like almost crying throughout the whole thing because they have a full slate of summer venues that they're playing this year.
Damn.
And he's like, it's going to be kind of tough, but this whole summer is dedicated to him, and probably every summer after that. And I was like, that's fucking rough for Uncle Jesse.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Yeah, other than that.
That soccer game is now on Game Pass.
I'd be super down to play that.
And then Splitgate.
We need to figure out how many gigs it is. That one, maybe not tonight.
No, I just
because I imagine Splitgate's going to be like a 50 gig, 40 gig thing, and that'll take me hours.
Mm-hmm.
And we also figured out last week or the week before that if I'm hardwired or not, I get about 80 speed rating.
Right.
Like it's nowhere near what it should be. It should be up around 400 or 500 if I'm hardwired in, but it's around 80, which is the exact same thing as me not hardwired. So
right.
I'm gonna have to look at our once I get the wire to hang down, I'm gonna look into upgrading our speeds.
Right.
But as of right now, it's not a big deal.
Sick. Yeah, that's all I had for today.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch more shit, but I'll roll that over into 201.
All right. Well, let's do one more tribute to Yoda.
Oh yeah.
My favorite picture, dude. I almost want to get a print of it and like hang it up in my house.
You should, dude. I mean, I know I say canvas. I don't really mean canvas, but
like a nice print
blown up onto a nice print into like the same type of frame that your fucking script is in.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of sick.
It'd be so fun.
That would look really cool. It'd be dope if you edited it and made like the guy standing on the right with his arms all crossed over,
like
the one like American looking dude. Maybe a stormtrooper, or even like a dude like Qui-Gon, or like
so
Luke,
funny.
like Kit Fisto, like a random Jedi.
Yeah.
That was just traveling with Yoda to Saudi Arabia. Like whatever Jedi you think is the most Saudi.
Yeah.
Which might be Kit Fisto or Cat Mundi.
It might be.
One of those guys. Mundi was the dude with the big fucking forehead, right? And Fisto was the fucking green octopus dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw one the other day of it was a parody, and they're like, "We just sent our hottest, youngest Jedi to stay with the hot princess on one of the most romantic planets in the galaxy."
Yeah,
And he goes, "Maybe we shouldn't have done that." And he's like, "Yeah, we should have sent this fish face fucker." And then he goes, "Hey, you motherfucker, fuck you." And I was like, "Yo, dude, this is funny, but love
there
Star
was
Wars."
there was a meme I saw about that. It was like the outfit Padme chose to tell Anakin they can't be together anymore.
It's just the
It was like a
hottest
two-piece.
thing. Yeah.
It's just hot as shit. She's like, we can't be together anymore. Yeah. He's like, oh, Riri.
Yeah, dude, it was killer. But
yeah, I think that's 200, dude.
Episode 200 of the JT Show Show.
In the books.
Officially in the books. Now that we're on Discord, we'll be bringing in different people via Discord for our podcast.
Yeah, that'll be sick. We can get Travie in here. We can get anyone we want.
I will be going to the owners meeting this year for Green Bay. So I might do a.
Should have went last year. You fucked up.
Yeah, this year it's on a Friday.
Lame.
Good old stretch from Cora.
She looks like she's ready to go, dude.
She does.
She's like, I heard you say you were ending the podcast.
She did hear that. She's like, "Are we gonna go upstairs?"
She's like, "Is it time for food?"
Not yet. It's almost.
I think our dog's already ate.
Right.
Yeah. 4:30 already.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. If you're gonna be, we'll be back in probably like 10, 15 minutes at most. We're gonna switch over everything. And
Yeah,
play
15 at the most. I just gotta grab my Xbox.
Play some video games. So we'll be back on Twitch. JT of Jville. We'll be playing some, Marvel Rivals, all that good stuff.
Are we gonna open with that? Is John on?
If John's ready, then we can be ready in like 10 minutes, John. So I'll text him and then I'll text you.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Well, bye. Thanks for the 200th episode, everybody.
Hell yeah.